Welcome, everyone. As you continue on your journey toward becoming a Google Level 1 certified educator, one of the products you will want to be familiar with is Google Calendar. As I've said in all the videos in this series, understanding the product is important, but thinking how that is going to fit into your learning experience is much more important. How are you going to use it to impact student learning, to engage and empower students? Those are the things that we want to think about as we begin to understand the product. So always have that in the back of your mind. Calendar is one of those products that I feel is underutilized that could be used for maybe a lot more than what it is. So I'm going to show you a few things here that will hopefully be useful as you prepare to become a Google certified educator. First of all, if you want to create a new calendar, you should already have your default calendar, of course, created by the corporation, by the school corporation. If you click on the gear right here, and then you go to settings, the gear, and then to settings, there is the option under add calendar right here. And you can add a new calendar. So I can create a new calendar. I'm just going to call this example for video. Why would you want to do this? Lots of reasons. Maybe you have a grade level. Maybe you have some sort of special ed situation where you want to establish an IEP calendar, something like that. I can then click create calendar, and that calendar will be created. So now I have two calendars. I have my calendar, and I have this, in this case, example for the video. So notice right there, example for video is turned on. So I can manage either one of these calendars, and I can toggle one on or I can toggle one off. Now, obviously right now there's nothing on the example for video, so it's really easy to manage those. And I can choose which calendar I want to create events on, and I can move them back and forth between multiple calendars if I would like. So if I want to manage the settings for that calendar, I can simply go back to the gear, go to settings, and under the example for video, I can click there, and now I'm managing the settings for that particular calendar as opposed to my CJ Shields calendar. So there's my CJ Shields calendar, and there is my example for video calendar. You also have the ability to share calendar. So if I go back to that gear again, I can click on the gear, I can go to settings, and from here I have several options. So let's just look at the one that I just created, the example for video. I can choose to make this available to the public. I can make it available for the district. I would strongly encourage you to make this available for the district. And then instead of letting everyone see the event details, see only as free or busy. That way, not everyone knows what you're scheduling, but they have the ability to use the find a time feature that I'm going to show you very shortly. And this makes life so much easier if you have it set that way. So I would make it available for the corporation, but set as free or busy. If you don't care if people see your details, select see all event details, but I would leave it as free or busy. If you want to share with specific people, you can add people right here by typing their email address in and choose what you are going to allow them to do, whether that is only to see events or to make changes to events. That's how you share a Google Calendar. This piece right here is going to be very important later on. So that shows you how to create and manage multiple calendars. Let's create an event in the calendar. So I'm just going to create one for Friday right here as an example at 9 a.m. So I'm going to left click, hold down and drag. Alternatively, I can click the create button over here. And I'm just going to call this example event for video. And now I have several options. When do I want this to be? There's the time right here. I can select the time. Let me jump back up actually. I can make it out of office. So if it's an out of office event, like if I'm going to be gone for the day, I can set it as an out of office event. I can also set it as a task. I can also make it an appointment slot. This is great for like parent teacher conferences so that each slot is, uh, if you do all day, each slot is 15 or 30 minutes and parents can sign up for slots. But this is just a standard event. So that's what I'm going to select, and I can choose the time right here. Now, this is a nice feature that is underutilized. This is find a time. So let's say that I want to meet with Dr. French. I can choose the person that I'm going to add. So let me just add Dr. French right here. And it will show me her calendar. So I know right here, okay, she's not free at 9, so that time doesn't work for her. So maybe I need to move this to 11, or maybe I need to move it to 8:30. This is a great feature. And if I add multiple guests, I can see all of their calendars. So you don't have to have 20 emails back and forth to find a time. All you have to do is enter the guests and then use that find a time feature to see when they're available. So now I can say, okay, that doesn't work. So let's move this to, let's see, what time is she free? 11 o'clock. So there's 11 o'clock. And now I know that she can make that meeting because her calendar is free. I have the ability to, of course, add my Google Meet right here. And if I select the down arrow, I can edit the meeting ID if I would like, but that is going to be there. I could remove it altogether if I want to remove this. Probably should leave it there just to be safe. You can also add a location. So if it's at a certain location, so like let's say we need to meet at Deer Meadow, I could type Deer Meadow, and that way I know where the meeting is going to be. Also, what calendar is it going to be on? Right now it's on my CJ Shields calendar, but maybe I want it on the example for video calendar. Could be either one. And now notice it's going to show all three of our schedules because that is essentially recognized as another individual on the calendar, even though it's obviously my calendar creation. How do I want to be notified? Obviously, it's less than a week before, so maybe I want to be notified one day before by email. I can add another notification right here. Maybe I want to be notified 1 hour before. And then let's add another one. We'll do a custom, we'll do 10 minutes before as well. I can click on more options and I can see everything that is here. So maybe I want to change these notifications to uh, emails. Actually, I'll get rid of that one. And I'll get an email 1 day before, an email 1 hour before, and a notification 10 minutes before. Please keep in mind that those notifications go only to you. They don't go to the other invitees on the list. If I want to add an agenda for this meeting, I can come down here, I can click the pencil, or not the pencil, the paperclip, I'm sorry, and I'll be taken to my Google Drive. So if I have a document in my Google Drive that is going to serve as some sort of an agenda, and I'm just going to grab a file right here, let's do that. And then that is added as an agenda. It's shared with everyone who is invited. I can add some sort of description here, like please review the agenda before the meeting. And now that is shared. Over here again, we see the list of guests, and I can add more right here if I need to. And then what permissions are the guests going to have? Can they modify the event? Can they invite others? Can they see the guest list? When I'm done, I'm going to click Save. And I can choose if I want to send invitations out for this or if I don't want to. I'm not going to send the invitation. It's still going to create the event, though, because I don't want Dr. French to see that on her calendar. So now there's the example event for the video. So I can click over here, and now I can see, okay, I've responded, yes. She has not. Obviously, I didn't send her the notification, but that is a great way to know who is attending your meeting. At any time, you can change who's going by clicking the pencil right here, going back and editing the guest list. So if I need to add more guests, if I need to remove guests, if I need to email the guests, I can do that right here. I can also choose how I want to view them. Yes, who's RSVP'd yes, who's RSVP'd no, who is a maybe. I can also add a note for the guests if I would like right here. And again, when I'm done, I can click Save, and that event is created on my calendar. If I click on that again, notice that I also, if I go back to editing, I have the ability up here, more actions. I can duplicate that to another calendar. So let's say that I want to copy to the example for video calendar for whatever reason. I could do that. I could hit save. So maybe I have a separate calendar that I need to block out the time for, but I don't want to invite anyone. I can just copy it to that calendar. So now the time is blocked out on that calendar as well. So that's an overview of Calendar, how you create an event and how you share it with others, and also some of the resources that will hopefully make that event go more smoothly. If I could stress one thing there, it is that find a time feature. So when you select create, if you use this find a time feature, we can save so much time by avoiding 20 emails back and forth. Just find the time that works for everyone and send the invitation out then, as opposed to saying, what time works for you? What time works for you? That is my #1 time saving feature for Google Calendar. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, good luck using Google Calendar.